Hey folks, I wrote a lot of Medium articles recently about the knowledge graphs. As you know, it's a big topic for me. And in my previous video, I was talking that RAG systems for the artificial intelligence agents are not enough, and that you need something more. And you could take a look to this video that actually for the artificial intelligence agents, you need the memory systems, not just RAG. Especially when you build a conversation memory and all those things. So, yeah, and one of the biggest questions inside the memory systems, yeah, for sure. So, how to build the memory? And should we mimic the human brain? And I have a lot of articles on Medium about it. That should we do it in a human way or should we build a superhuman memory and all of the thing. And one of the biggest question in this memory architecture actually that human brain actually it's not about remembering everything, and we still have a lot of theories. Do we really forget the things, or they stay with us forever, but we just change the priority, and it's harder to recall? And we have a lot of Hollywood's movies that describe some super crazy hypnotic techniques where the people under the hypnosis remembering the super detailed things and all of that stuff. And we have also a lot of theories that we even aware and remember the stuff that fixed by our eyes, but we just filter out the things. So the forgetting is a big topic for the artificial intelligence. I do not talking about the catastrophic forgetting in a machine learning. It's a completely different thing. But how we could teach the memory system to forget. And it's goes side by side together with temporal awareness of the memory. And some people, for example, apply the bitemporal relations and validity to the facts. So we still say that something happens in our life, but it's not valid anymore. And when you build in the recall, then you just change the priority of such things. It's the trick that we could learn from the temporal databases. And in this architecture, it's mean that we're not using the erasers, we're not using the pruning. We really remember everything. But when we're doing the recall, we actually try to get only the valid information or up-to-date facts. But even this naive approach give us the possibility to improve the memory a lot and play with the importance, relevance, and some other characteristic when we trying to build the memory recall and memory reconstruction. But still, should we actually delete the information? Because when you're not able to forget, you have a lot of problems, because the majority of the modern memory systems, they just delete the information, and it's most naive approach, but it's not how our brain actually functions, right? So and if he gets back to the problem of forgetting, if you're not able to forget, or if you're not able to differentiate the far past from current, we have a lot of mental diseases, and artificial intelligence struggle from these mental diseases, because usually you have this honeymoon with the memory system when you're talking about something, and you quite impress how good is remember the facts, but in some point you change the topic dramatically, or maybe you change your preferences, or maybe the stuff that you have talked before, it's not so important anymore for you, and you have this annoying friend that bring these unimportant topics again and again because you talk about these topics before so many times, and that's creating the problem. And actually, the biggest challenge of the memory system for the artificial intelligence is not to remember everything. It's forget something and keep the focus on important and relevant things. And importance and relevance is the big topic itself. And actually, they really correlate a lot with the forgetting. So, and forgetting is, as I said, it's a big topic, and we need to work on the systems that are flexible enough and have the active forgetting patterns and some mechanisms that could integrate it to the memory recall that really aware about the focus, attention, time, and all other things. So I don't have the ready to use solution because we have a lot of interesting memory systems. One of the interesting memory systems that do not have the forgetting pattern but have the time awareness is Graffiti and Zap. And Zap actually still, as I said, Zap doesn't know how to forget, but Zap could invalidate, for example, the facts. And it's already the good start, but it's not enough for some complex memory things. It solves a lot of problems, but it's not solving some more complex cases where your past preferences matter, but maybe they should not influence your current conversations. So it's more complex. It's not just delete. It's just to take into the account the right things in the right cases. So that's all that I was keen to share with you today, and see you next time. Choose.